Children, today I am going to tell you a true story, one that is very old but still holds an important lesson for us today. So close your eyes and imagine that we have traveled back in time to an era long ago. This story takes place in Makkah, where there was a special house of Allah, the Kaaba. People from far and wide would come to worship there, pray, and find peace in their hearts. But one day, a powerful king named Abraha had an evil plan. Abraha ruled over Yemen, and he built a grand church, hoping that people would leave the Kaaba and come to worship at his place instead. But when people refused, he became furious and declared, "I will destroy the Kaaba." He gathered a mighty army, with soldiers riding horses, camels, and even enormous war elephants. Leading his army was a massive elephant named Mahmud. Confident in his strength, Abraha marched towards Makkah, determined to demolish the sacred Kaaba. The people of Makkah were terrified. They had no weapons, no army, and no way to fight Abraha's powerful soldiers and gigantic elephants. But they knew one thing. The Kaaba belonged to Allah, and only He could protect it. So, instead of preparing for battle, they prayed. They raised their hands to the sky and asked Allah for help. And then, something unexpected happened. Suddenly, the sky darkened. But it was not due to storm clouds. Instead, thousands upon thousands of small birds appeared, covering the sky like a vast black cloud. These were no ordinary birds. They were Ababeel, Allah's special army. Each tiny bird held a small stone in its beak and claws. And before Abraha's army could react, the birds dove down, releasing their stones with unimaginable force. The tiny stones fell like arrows upon the soldiers and elephants, piercing their armor and causing chaos. The mighty war elephants panicked and refused to move forward. Soldiers screamed and ran in terror, unable to escape the divine punishment. One by one, Abraha's warriors fell, and soon the once mighty army was completely destroyed. Even Abraha himself was severely injured and forced to retreat. His dream of destroying the Kaaba had turned into a nightmare. And so, without a single sword or a single soldier, Allah protected his house. The Kaaba stood untouched, shining under the golden sunlight, a symbol of divine protection and power. So, children, what do we learn from this story? We learn that true strength does not come from a large army or powerful weapons. True strength comes from faith in Allah. If we walk on the right path and sincerely pray to Him, He will never leave us alone. This is the true story of how Allah sent Ababeel birds to protect the Kaaba.